Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here Michał Wasil. I'm here to present you the third part of our video concerning blind sword system by Hermann Luttmann. The first one video was about the system. It was a short presentation of two of the games from the system: Stonewall Sword and Thunder in the Ozark. The second one was a short overview of a map, and now we will deal with the counters, markers and cheats. First, the counters. The counters represent combat units. Mainly combat units. There are three kinds of it. The first kind of the counter represent infantry, the basic force of this era, and of course we have here the combat unit of a union, blue color give us the information that it is the Union unit, Union Army. And now the information and this counter. On the top we have brigade identification, colorful stripe, the green one, and the name of the brigade commander. Crawford is the brigade commander. The units with this green stripe form a brigade, and the units are activated by the brigades. Below we have the musket, the name of a unit, 3rd Infantry of Wisconsin, because of course the states formed the regiments of infantry, cavalry, and also batteries of artillery, and they gave these formations, these units to the governments, and the governments formed Army of the Union and Army of Confederacy. It was mainly Army of volunteers, and after that, of course, of conscripts. This was 3rd Wisconsin Infantry Part A, because we have also the second counter of 3rd Wisconsin. It is in another brigade, and we have also the shape of the state of Wisconsin. Below, 3 symbols for 2 numericals. The first one is a strength points number. Strength point is in this game 50 infantrymen, of our cavalrymen 50 soldiers. It's a 1 strength point. Of course, it is only the number, not real strength, because the strength is could be modified by other factors. One of them is a cohesion rating. We have cohesion rating, also 3 on the right. Below in the lower part of this counter. The higher, of course, the cohesion rating, it means quality, training, and morale of a unit, how the unit will perform during the combat. And between these two numbers we have a symbol of a weapon. It is particularly important in the system because it was the time of a breakdown in the armament. Old smoothbore weapon, smoothbore firearms slowly went by, and comes the era of rifled weapon. Rifled weapon with a longer range, more accurate, of course. This was the major advantage of this kind of weapon, but sometimes also smoother weapons were useful during this contest. This regiment is armed with smoothbore muskets. The letter S informs us about it. It is the fresh side of a counter. The fresh side means that the unit didn't suffer a formation hit. When the unit suffers it, we flip the counter on the other side, and this one is lighter blue, and the numbers are significantly lower. It means that it is the battle-worn side of a unit, and this unit is weaker and performs worse during the combat. This is the infantry. Now we are going to cavalry. We have only one unit of that kind. This is First Pennsylvania Cavalry. Horse head give us symbol of a horse head, give us information that it is a cavalry unit. A short carbine here, the silhouette of a short carbine. On the name of a commander, Bayard. We have no colorful stripe because it is only one cavalry unit in this battle. So the way of activation of this unit is different than those of infantry. What else? Of course, we have strength point number 3, cohesion rating 3, and a different symbol of a weapon. It is a symbol of Sharp's carbine of cavalry. The Union cavalry were armed with it. It was the cavalry. Of course, there is also battle-worn side of it, and now we are going to I will show you also off. Here is Hardstaff Brigade, and it is infantry armed with a rifled weapon, rifled musket. What is the difference between these two kinds of muskets during the combat, during the battle? Of course, the rifled musket have longer range, are more accurate at longer range, but smoothbore musket, which could have special shots, special ammunition, could be very deadly at the quarter range. In the close combat, they have the unit with the smoothbore musket get a bonus comparing to those armed with a rifled musket. Yes, like this of Hardstaff Brigade. It is the 12th Massachusetts. Artillery. It is the U.S. is a federal artillery, not formed by the state. 4th U.S. Artillery Battalion, Battery F, and we have strength point 6. That means that it is the 6 guns. What kind of guns? Smoothbore. S, letter S. Probably Napoleon's, the popular name of smoothbore cannons during this war, and also cohesion rating 4. Also, there is no colorful stripe above, because like a cavalry, artillery is activated in a different way than infantry. I will present you also rifled gun as another silhouette of a cannon, Knap battery, Pennsylvania light artillery, battery E, 6 guns rifled, Barretts or 3-inch gun. That were counters. And now I'm going to markers. It's a quite small number of markers in this quite simple system, but I show you. First and more of course we have game turn marker, but the most important thing here among the markers are brigade activation status marker. Brigade activation status marker. Each marker of that kind is connected with a particular brigade, and because the brigades are activated by drawing the activation cheats and activating them, after the activation we simply flip this marker to mark that brigade is activated. It cannot be activated anymore during this turn, with the exception of command-in-chief activation. This one is for Crawford Brigade. It activated Crawford, yes, and this side is not activated. We can activate Crawford Brigade from Williams Division. The same for the Confederacy. The second marker is about the order, battle order. We have 2 regiments of Federal infantry here in the cornfield, because it is a cornfield on the battlefield. Prince Brigade, and both are in skirmish order. It means the both are skirmishing at the enemy in a loose order, trying to harass the enemy and hamper the movement of the Confederacy. Yeah, they are covering its own artillery, which is behind here. What else? We have also markers connected with the morale. When the unit suffers morale hit, we use marker first, like this, shaken. It informs us that the unit has lost 1 strength points and and the cohesion rating is of 1 by 1, lower by 1, yeah. And when it suffers another hit, the unit is disrupted, so -2 strength points, -2 cohesion rating. When it suffers another hit, it is broken, is off the map, but can return. Yes, it was all the it were all the markers. And now the cheats. The cheats are here, near the cap, of course. Magnifying, yes. There are 3 kinds of cheats. First one, and the most important, are activation cheats. Activation cheats are divisional. We have here at this moment 2 divisional activation cheats, Williams and Augur from the Union Army, and Ewell and Winder from the Confederacy Army. When we draw one of them, we could activate what we could activate. We flip the cheat, and we have information that we could activate brigades Crawford or Gordon Yeah. When we choose auger, when we draw randomly, of course, auger, we flip, and we can activate Geary, Prince, or Green. Yeah. The same for the Confederacy, but there is also one number on this cheat, and it informs us that this unit is not automatically activated. You should roll a die, and when you roll 4 or lower, you could deal with this brigade as you want, according to the orders. You shoot to the brigade when the result will be greater than 4 or 3 in the case of Winder, so the brigade simply can do nothing. The second kind of cheats are even cheats. We have 7 cheats with the named cheats with the events. We of course can use them by the events. They're described on the special chart. Some of them are identical, some of them are different in these both armies. We have also white cheats, which symbolizes uncertainty and randomness of a war, of a conflict, of a battle. Fog of war and fortunes of war. It will be explained later. And we have also one commander-in-chief from both sides. At the beginning of the battle, we have only one, Banks, who is commander-in-chief of Union Army here, and it is activation cheats. When we flip it, it is an information that we can activate any one brigade, even activated, and without rolling a die. What with the Jackson? Because Thomas Stonewall Jackson was the commander of the Confederacy Army, of course, in this battle. Thomas Stonewall Jackson was not present at the beginning of the battle, and we are waiting for him. And the Confederacy Army also are waiting. Is waiting for its commander. So it is a quite big problem for the Confederacy at the beginning of this battle. It was all about the cheats, about the markers, and about the counters. Thank you, and in an old-fashioned mode, I will say God bless you, and peace to the soldier who fought in this contest. And forgive me all my faults and mistakes, because my American English is from the central part of the former Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Good night.